Hola!
Bienvenidos!
I'm Steve,
Nina,
and today we'll take you on a trip with us to Cancun.
Mexico.
In this video, we'll talk about arriving in Cancun, some of the choices that we made to make our vacation special, and throughout we'll have little tips and tricks for you that we hope you would find useful too, if you ever want to go and follow in our footsteps and have at least as good a time as we did.
So be sure to watch the whole video and we hope you enjoy it.
First thing we must talk about, of course, is travel during the time of COVID. Nina and I are both fortunate enough to have been vaccinated prior to taking this trip, and we would not have taken this trip otherwise. It's the smart thing to do to get vaccinated. Number one, because you don't want to expose yourself to unnecessary risk, especially when you're far from home. And number two is you don't want to be the person carrying virus across country borders and generally just making things worse. So yeah, we wouldn't have gone if we weren't vaccinated, and we don't recommend traveling internationally if you have.
Like at the airport and on the airplane, you should wear masks at all times, except like actively eating or drinking. And also, out of respect and your own safety, you should also follow the country's guideline during the pandemic too.
And as far as entering and exiting Mexico at this time, of course, the usual things are in place. If you're a U.S. citizen, you don't necessarily need a visa to go. You just need your passport. There's no special COVID entrance requirements to Mexico as of the time of this filming, but to return back to the U.S., you do need to have a negative COVID test within 72 hours of your flight. Luckily, the Cancun airport has a little kind of like med lab station that's set up where they can give you a quick swab. In 30 minutes, you'll have a printout of your results, and then you take that to get your boarding pass, and you can't get a boarding pass without it. So.
You will be given this immigration form half hour before your landing. When you are entering Cancun, you need to give the officer the top half of the form. And when you are leaving Cancun, you need to give the officer the bottom half of the form. Otherwise, you need to pay at least $35 for it. So keep it safe.
And if you're planning on just mostly going to a beach and drinking the whole time, don't put that form in that beach with you. That's a terrible idea. A good idea is to, when you're getting these forms, just say you messed one up and ask for a replacement. That way you have two forms, two bottoms that you can lose. You're not going to lose it probably. Do it. One more thing that you must be prepared for as you travel to Cancun. When you get off your plane, you go through customs, you get your luggage. You need to steel yourselves, because as you try to leave that terminal, chances are pretty good you will be assaulted from all sides by an army of taxi drivers and travel agents. Some of them will come up to you in uniforms, like jackets and little badges and stuff.
Seems so official.
Yeah, and they'll say, "I need to check your papers," or they'll say, all kinds of things, try to get you to stop walking forward, but just don't. Just
say no gracias,
yeah, no gracias.
Or no thank you. Just
one foot in front of the other, like a little robot going to freedom. We had video of our, navigation to this gauntlet, and we tried to post it to YouTube, but they took it down. It violated the terms of service. There was blood, there was cursing, there was, objectionable. Sadly, that footage will not be appearing in this video. You'll see this every now and again as you travel through that area in Mexico, up and down that coast where the tourist areas are. If people know that you're there to spend money, there will be some very interesting solicitations to try to get you to be parted with that money. So be ready for that.
A helpful tip is, before you book your hotel or Airbnb, make an arrangement with the people so somebody will be there to pick you up from the airport.
Easy. Right, so when we went, we booked an Airbnb for the first few nights. We found someone who was rated as a super host, which means they have lots of great reviews. They were willing to pick us up, and we booked with them, and we had a really nice time at their place, and we made a nice friend in the process. So, hi Uri, are you watching this?
Yay!
So Cancun itself is organized like this. Basically, there is a strip that has a hotel zone that's on the same side as the ocean. On the other side of this little barrier island, there's a big lagoon. A lagoon is basically like a saltwater, freshwater mix. Swim at the beaches on the hotel side. Don't swim in the lagoon. There are man-eating crocodiles in that lagoon, and they eat someone every few years. Don't be that someone. Lastly, if you head further south, past this area, there's a town area that has kind of like where all the locals live, and that's where we were staying when we visited. Okay folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching our little video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you.
Adios!
Okay, I was unprepared for you to go in. That's good. That's usually my thing.
Fine.
No, you can do it. I was just, I'm doing some art. Any of your questions.